1 p.m., so we're going to begin today's meeting of the Joint Rules and Open Government Committee. Let's start with roll.
Davis, Jimenez,
Present.
Kamei, Foley,
Here.
Cohen.
Here,
We have
and
a quorum.
Kamei is here, but she'll be out in a moment. Let's start with a review of the November 7th agenda. All right, we have a 9:30 closed session, 1:30 open session. Three ceremonial items, and then consent starts on page 6, continues on 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, sorry, ends on 10. Strategic supports on page 11, appeals hearing board interview and a civil service commission interview. Section 3.5, a vendor agreement with Delta Dental. 3.6, agreement with Anthem Blue Cross and Kaiser. 3.7, Coyote Creek Trail contract. And 3.8, Police Department Air Support Hangar. Section 5.1, multiple master consultant agreements for transportation. 6.1 being deferred. And then we have one item on land use consent, and there is an ads sheet. So we'll go to public comment.
No hands at this time.
All right, entertain a motion or any other comments? Councilmember Foley, you wanted to make a request, or,
I did. I'm looking at the ad sheet.
okay?
Yes, I'd like to add the,
Oh, it's already on there.
it's the Sister Cities vote,
Oh.
or not the Sister Cities.
Okay.
Getting confused by the cities organization. The cities association vote that we delayed from yesterday, I'd like to add it to this agenda for November 7th.
Second.
All right, no other comments, we'll move to a vote.
Thanks, Phil.
And the motion carries 5-0. So that brings us to the agenda for November 14th. There is a recommended cancellation of the evening session, so again, it's a 9:30 closed session and a 1:30 open session. Consent calendar starts on page 6, continues on page 7, 8, and 9. Section 3.3, we have a energy prepayment transaction proposal and a retirement plan comprehensive annual investment report. Section 4.1, Police Department cannabis regulations. 4.2, policeman misconduct response. Nothing in section 5. Section 6.1, long-term renewable energy contract agreement. And 7.1, Beautify SJ neighborhood blight reduction report. 8.1, an exception to the city multifamily housing revenue bond policy. Nothing on land use, so we'll go to public comment on this agenda.
Blair,
Hi, Blair Beekman. Thanks a lot for the meeting today. I had public comment on the previous item, and you guys were a bit quick to say there was no public comment, and I was in the process of raising my hand, and then all of a sudden, there's no public comment. And
Do you have
so
comment
it
on the
kinda hurt.
14th meeting?
Yeah, I'm explaining my feelings that you guys are a bit quick on not seeing people raise their hand. I think you should note that for the future. From that, I will continue at this time. I wanted to apologize actually in the previous item. I'm going to have to wait for that apology later. For the 14th November agenda, there's an item about trash and blight issues that City Manager Angel Rios, he talked about yesterday at City Council, and that he's working on a lot at this time. I'm interested in the work that he's doing with this issue. There is some issues from the past month about the concepts of certain data collection practices with police that you're going to be doing that community came in and asked some questions about and was concerned. I think there could be an interesting way Angel Rios can be a part of some sort of process to kind of ask a few more questions about that process.
Is there
and
an
I thought
item
I
on the
would mention
agenda on
it.
the 14th?
I thought I would just mention that at this time. Thank you.
All right.
Back to the committee.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Move approval.
Second.
All right, let's vote. Motion carries 5-0. All right, we have 3 items on our committee consent calendar. Let's go to public comment first.
No hands at this time. No hands.
All right.
Move approval of consent.
Second.
All right, let's vote. There's one vote missing.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. All right, motion carries 5-0. All right, for item C, we're going to, I think there's a recommendation for deferral. So do we have a motion to defer item C to next week's rules meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All right, we should take public comment on that.
No hands raised.
All right, so let's take a vote on, unless there's any comments, want to say anything? No hands up? All right, let's take a vote to defer item C1. All right, that motion carries 5-0. So we're on to open forum.
Blair?
Hi, Blair Beekman. Thank you, City Clerk, for offering a double check previously. That was nice of you. Thank you. For today, I wrote an important speech today. I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow, Neighborhood Services Committee, or I think that's tomorrow. Today, I think I'll just speak to the City Council meeting of yesterday. You're having some difficult decisions with the future of the Association of Santa Clara County Cities. Good luck in that. To me, it's an issue of how to talk about either a one vote per city, or is there a way that San Jose can possibly have 2 votes as a city for the future of the process? I think that was considered, and it just has to be, if I can say that more openly at this time, that to me is the question and balance for the future of how it can be a success for San Jose. And good luck in addressing those questions, what's more important. And yeah, so I'm just learning how to say that clearly for all of us at this time. And I wanted to offer that, I'm really sorry about getting upset yesterday with Mayor Mahan. I was trying to offer, you also had an item today on one of the first agendas of more trail issues. I learned important lessons yesterday that I don't know exactly how much surveillance tech will be on the future of wildlife trails, but it's from that, I think, to be prepared with good wildlife trail surveillance public policy practices that the city of Davis has been doing very well for the past several years. To have that knowledge and understanding, and for myself to once again share that, I thought it was incredibly relevant to the engineers of the trail on the item of the city council meeting yesterday. Incredibly relevant. And Mayor Mahan has a habit of knocking down my relevancy. And when I'm working towards good practices, I think it needs to be better respected. To admit, yeah, just thank you.
Brian?
Thank you. This is within your purview, but I think it was yesterday at the council meeting, there was towards the open forum, there was some pretty negative comments, and there's been several times that there's been, not maybe yesterday, but other times at council and at this meeting too, cussing and threatening, well, you know what I mean, derogatory remarks about particular people. And I'm grateful that you all have kept the online version even after the COVID crisis was over. And I want to apologize for that to especially the clerk, who has to be quick on the trigger, and then you're willing to listen and actually adjust your timing. I recommend people, if they really have something to say, go to those e-comments. Everybody they're just little notes, and it has just as much force of conversion as us talking. You know, like yesterday, I think I shared something for like 15 seconds. I already said what I needed to say in the e-comment. So I think recommending to people, you know, if you only have 1 minute because it's a long-term thing, and there's a lot of people are going to speak, use the e-comments, use the emails you can actually do. The city really is trying to make it easy to contact people. And mainly the main reason I bring stuff up is on these personal comments, it is if there's an item I'm concerned about, and most likely it'll go against what I think, you're leaving a public record for people to use other system redresses for it, if court or whatever. Thank you for what you're doing. Have a good holiday. Oh wait, happy Halloween. And we're heading into the Thanksgiving and peace for the world. Thank you, everybody.
Back to the committee.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned at 2:11 p.m.